We all know that Obi-Wan sacrificed himself to save Luke, but did you know that he did so largely because of something that Luke did when he was just 3 years old? Hey guys, welcome back to Star Wars Canon. With the Kenobi series just a few weeks away, I've been revisiting a lot of the stories we have about Obi-Wan following Order 66. Today, we're going to take a look at a story from the book Star Wars from a Certain Point of View that shows us what went through Obi-Wan's mind right before and after he died. In the book, Obi-Wan dies and is immediately thrown into a whirlwind of Force visions where he sees many of the most important moments of his life, including holding baby Luke as Padme dies, watching Qui-Gon die at the hands of Maul, staring into Anakin's Sith yellow eyes after their duel on Mustafar, watching Maul's body be consumed by the flames of a funeral pyre in the desert of Tatooine, and even his own death and becoming one with the Force. The book is tricky to read because he jumps back and forth from event to event in no particular order. However, the first and last event he sees is the one he focuses on. It occurred 3 years after Order 66. What Luke did that day, at just 3 years old, is what made Obi-Wan choose to sacrifice himself to Vader in order to save him. 3 years after Anakin's betrayal, Obi-Wan is living on Tatooine in an abandoned prospector hut on the edge of the Jundland Wastes. As he tosses back and forth in a tormented sleep, he suddenly sits bolt upright and yells, "Luke!" Still alone in his hut, Kenobi suddenly hears the voice of his old master. Qui-Gon tells Obi-Wan, "Go to him," to which Obi-Wan replies, "Yes, master." He jumps on his Eopie and rides at breakneck speed to the Lars family homestead. When he gets there, he sees 3-year-old Luke sitting next to a moisture vaporator playing with a small wooden starship. Obi-Wan has been carving these small toys and leaving them next to Shmi's grave for Luke to find. Just then, a group of marauders attacks the Lars farm. Beru screams for Luke, but he's too far away from the house to get back before the bandits get him. Obi-Wan immediately leaps toward Luke and lands between him and a marauder. He yells, "Run, Luke, run!" Obi-Wan takes on the bulk of the attackers while Owen shoots at the rest from the house. However, there are so many attackers that Obi-Wan can't hold them all off. One giant Gamorrean lands a blow that sends Kenobi sprawling. As the Gamorrean raises his vibromace for the killing blow, a small wooden starship flies in and smacks him in the snout. This stuns the Gamorrean just long enough for Obi-Wan to literally cut him off at the ankles. Watching this Force flashback, Kenobi says to himself, "Luke grabs my hand, attempting to haul me up. He has saved my life, this remarkable child." Thinking this whole event was somehow Obi-Wan's fault, this is actually when Owen forbade Obi-Wan from having any interaction with Luke, let alone training him. Flash forward 16 years. As Kenobi duels Vader aboard the Death Star, he thinks to himself, "This was when I failed Luke, just as I failed his father. I'd always believed, always hoped that Owen's anger would cool toward me, that one day I would be allowed to train young Luke in the ways of the Force. The events of this fateful morning meant that Owen never let me near the boy again. He hadn't just been angry, he'd been scared. Scared of the look we'd both seen in his nephew's eyes, the bravery, the defiance. We'd seen that look before in other eyes." As Kenobi and Vader's duel nears its end, he can sense Luke getting close. "I have so much to teach the boy, so much to share. Why did I listen to Owen? Why did I wait too long? Now it's too late. There's no way to prepare Luke for what is to come." Suddenly, Obi-Wan hears his name. "Ben?" Luke's cry echoes across the landing bay. There he is, watching us fight. The open hatch of the freighter behind him. He knows full well that I cannot win. He's frozen with shock, unsure what to do. But that won't last long. Soon, the spell will be broken and he will come running. Those brave, defiant eyes will be cut down in a blaze of trooper fire. He needs more than a toy fighter this time. He needs to escape, to save himself, not me. Obi-Wan has watched over Luke for 19 years. He's seen how much like Anakin he is. He knows that Luke will throw caution to the wind with reckless abandon. He'll do whatever he can to save Obi-Wan. He's been that way since he was just 3 years old. Obi-Wan has to find a way to save Luke, but knows that he's too old to actually defeat Vader and all the stormtroopers in time. That's when he hears a familiar voice. "Go to him," Qui-Gon says, just like he did that day 16 years ago. Kenobi thinks, "The voice in my head is louder than it has been for years." "Yes, master." "I'm an old man. Even if I tried, I couldn't outrun a blaster shot. Not anymore. I'll never make it to Luke's side in time to save him." I glance back at Vader and smile. I can't even begin to imagine what he makes of that. It doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is Luke. I straighten my back, closing my eyes as I raise my saber in front of me. I don't see the blade sweeping through the air, barely even hear its whine. I imagine Luke, cross-legged in the sand, playing with a wooden Corvette. Obi-Wan knows that the only way to stop Luke from charging to save him is to sacrifice himself so Luke has no one left to save. Not only this, but in becoming a Force ghost, Obi-Wan will finally be able to train Luke and help him in ways that he never could before. No! Luke cries out again, consumed with grief. If Luke stays, he will die. If he fights, he will die. I didn't let that happen before, and I won't let it happen now. I whisper the words I spoke when he was a child, words I know that only he will hear. Run, Luke, run! And he does. Luke Skywalker runs and doesn't stop, and I'm at his side. From this moment, he will never be alone. He will learn and he will grow, and I will guide him every step of the way. We have all the time we need. I love the story of Obi-Wan's death from his point of view. We see that even though Luke didn't feel like he really knew Kenobi, Obi-Wan had been quietly watching over him his whole life and knew him well. It also feels more meaningful to me that Obi-Wan didn't let Vader kill him just to become a Force ghost. He was going to be able to do that whenever he died. There was no rush. He let Vader kill him more so he could stop Luke from trying to rescue him, likely getting himself killed or captured in the process. Stories like this get me more and more excited for the Kenobi series. I really hope we get to see Obi-Wan save young Luke from Marauders, Inquisitors, or some other similar situation. What are you hoping to see in the Kenobi series? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to let YouTube know by hitting the like button. It takes half a second, but helps the YouTube algorithm show these videos to more people. Thanks guys, and until next time, may the Force be with you.